In this video we present a book review of France, What's New for the Left, an English language anthology of the French journal Ni Patrie, ni frontières. The review originally appeared in Datacide 18. The link is in the description. It's been slightly updated for this video version. I first came across Ni Patrie, ni frontières around 2003-2004 when they published a collection of texts in English by the Dutch group The Fabelfalde Illegal, titled Nationalism, Anti-Semitism and the Anti-Globalization Movement. At a time when things were going seriously wrong in the radical left, and especially the wider anti-globalization movement, the brochure was a welcome signal that there were critical voices that were sensitive to the growing overlap of far-right and far-left anti-imperialist positions, often manifesting themselves as anti-Zionist. I started picking up copies of Ni Patrie, ni frontières whenever I could find them. The journal was started in 2002 by Yves Coleman, and a fair number of issues appeared in quick succession. Initially published in the form of photocopied and staple-bound A4 editions, they switched to printed softcovers in 2007 with issue 21-22. The journal presents a wide range of historical texts and contemporary analysis of the pressing questions of the revolutionary left, with views from a spectrum of radical writers and groups ranging from left communism to anarchism to third camp Trotskyism. Among the writers and groups are Lauren Goldner, the Alliance for Workers' Liberty, the German Wildcat, Temps Critique, Mouvement Communiste, the worker communist parties of Iran and Iraq, as well as anarchist and left communist classics. They also publish a series of compilations and anthologies dedicated to particular issues, 6 volumes so far, as well as increasingly books. Amongst them are the selected works of Grandiso Muniz, as well as historical works on Trotskyism and left communism by Karim Londet and Michel Rocher. And most recently a book by Christian Riechers about Gramsci and Italian Marxism, translated from the German original. At the time of the original publication of this book review, the most recent issue of the journal was titled Du proletariat afro-américain et ses luttes, which was issue number 58-59. It came out in April 2017. The main theme, the African-American proletariat and its struggles, is combined with debates and polemics on anti-Muslim racism, the absence of a critical spirit in the left, and the topic of left anti-Semitism. Since then, 2 more issues came out, mainly with a critical focus on the Gilets jaunes movement. The fact that Ni Patrie, ni frontières is tackling the issue of left and radical left anti-Semitism and identity politics is, at least for France, rather unusual and especially pertinent today. More generally, it is painfully evident that the debates and polemics within the rather small circles of the revolutionary left suffer from remaining untranslated and hence stay within the confines of areas where a particular language is spoken. Even within those regions, the absence of productive debate is often staggering. Ni Patrie, ni frontières has done some important work in fostering such debates and providing translations, bringing some mainly English and to a lesser degree Dutch, German and Portuguese texts to a French readership. Recently they have reversed the perspective and published a book of interventions written mainly by editor Yves Coleman in English, titled France, What's New for the Left. This 454-page tome collects texts from the beginnings of NPNF in 2002 and spans to 2017. Some of the texts have been previously published in publications such as Solidarity, The Commune, Mute, Insurgent Notes, Against the Current, Prole Position, Collegamenti, Wobbly, The Fabelfalde Illegal and Dorlbruck. This compilation of articles should serve as a primer for the Anglophone left to learn more about the situation in France. The main topics, most of which NPNF repeatedly investigates, are the history and failures of the left in the form of the socialist and communist/Stalinist parties, of the radical left in the different shapes of Trotskyism, as well as anarchism and left communism, the failures to adequately defend secularism from a proletarian point of view, as well as the failure to adequately understand and fight anti-Semitism. There is a critique of various types of identity politics and the concept of Islamophobia applied to forms of racism against migrants from predominantly Muslim countries. The aim is also to present a more sober assessment of the strikes and riots that took place in the last decade and a half in France, as well as occurrences in mainstream politics, such as the presidential elections, or background information concerning the history, decline and persisting territorial strongholds of the classic French Stalinism of the PCF, the Communist Party, and the rise to prominence of Jean-Luc Mélenchon. Another topic is the rise of the far right, both of the National Front, since rebranded National Rally, and the fascist groupuscules to its right, and the effect of the fascist creep on the left, as well as the appeasement towards Islamism in some of the anti-racist circles. France What's New for the Left is a big step in the right direction, which will hopefully be followed up with more translations into English and other languages from Ni Patrie Ni Frontières. Since this book review was published in Datacide 18, the focus of Ni Patrie Ni Frontières has shifted from the journal to books on the one hand and the websites on the other. Check it out at npnf.eu, where you can also find more recent translations not yet included in France What's New for the Left. Thanks for watching this video. If it was interesting and useful for you, please give it a like. For more book reviews like this and a wide variety of material to do with noise and politics, including exclusive interviews, video versions of articles, music uploads, teacher mixes and much more, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.